If you could choose one nation and one nation only to go and scout for Wonderkids in Football Manager, which one would it be? Exactly, we're going to Brazil. Hey guys, it's Jochen aka Leyodemus and welcome back to the cheapest Wonderkids in Football Manager 2022 series. After Scandinavia and Russia and Ukraine, we are now paying a visit to probably the country most of you are looking forward to. Brazil is the location, and I can already tell you now, I did find a couple of gems. But still guys, if there are some players that I'm not mentioning in this video, and the next one, because we are going to do 2 episodes on Brazil, that's how many Wonderkids I found. But if there is a player not mentioned in one of these 2 episodes, please leave it down in the comment section because I am more than eager to find out about the players that you have discovered. Also, if you have missed the previous 2 episodes, there should be a link somewhere up here or up here, probably up here, to the whole playlist, so feel free to click that, check that out, bookmark the playlist, so you won't have to miss a single thing. With that being said, let's check out our first player, shall we? And we are starting this episode, man, with a bang, because I have found Riquelme, a left wing back, plays at Vasco da Gama in Brazil, 18 years old, not capped yet, valued between 5 and 9 million, which is quite high maybe compared to other Wonderkids in the series, but I bet you can see why. He has a technique of 16, as is his dribbling, acceleration, agility, you name it. He has good determination, 11 work rate, not the highest, but okay, and a balanced personality, already has the player trait even, tries tricks. I can almost guarantee you that this guy will end up a world-class wingback in pretty much every save. But let's have a look at how he did in my save after 12 seasons. Holy smoke balls, he is valued between 46 and 54 million. He's 30 years old, 63 caps and 1 goal for Brazil. He is at Dortmund, that's where he ended up, at least for now in this save. We are in 2033. But look at these attributes, man. He's valued a 3-star player compared to the Liverpool squad that I'm so-called managing in this save, just to have a better idea of the star ratings and the value. That's why I did that. But the attributes are nuts. Everything except for the jumping reach in the physical department is awesome sauce. As are his mentals. His determination went up to 16, flair 17, dribbling 15, first touch. I mean, if this is not a world-class left wingback, I don't know who is. Also gained some extra player traits, runs with ball down left, gets forward whenever possible, so he's actually a more attacking kind of wingback, obviously. Knocks ball past opponents as he's a dribbler and runs with ball often. Let's have a look at his career. And I think we can say Riquelme did quite alright, man. Damn. He went to Bournemouth in 2022 for 9.25 million. They played him, which probably has been crucial for his development, because then he made the first big boy move to Liverpool for 45.5 million, stayed there for 2 seasons, went to Bayern Munich. They basically didn't play him. Shame on you, Bayern. And then Dortmund said, you know what, then we'll take him. And they bought him for 60 million pounds and actually played him. A quick glance at his average rating, I mean, it pretty much says it all. Now, if you think this player developed well, hold your horses and wait until you see the last guy I show you in this episode. Also, guys, if this is the kind of content you want and you want to see more of, because more is coming, feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, so you won't have to miss a single thing. Next player, please. And this guy brings us to the other side of the pitch because he is a right wingback. Vinicius Tobias, cool name, awesome profile picture. 17 years old, not capped yet, Brazilian of course. He has a really low value, but the one downside to this player is that his transfer, or at least his first transfer, is already set in stone. He is joining Shakhtar in March of 2022. If we have a look at his profile, nothing really stands out, maybe except for his determination of 14, which is good, and his work rate of 12, which is not awful. But that's about it. Now, Shakhtar will be a very good first stepping stone for this player's career. but I'm really eager to find out how he will do within 12 seasons. Let's have a look. And here we are. He is at Watford. He is 29 years old. He's still not capped. His value is insanely low if you ask me. He is wanted by Southampton, okay. Rated 2 stars, which is not the best, but I think we can all agree that especially his physicals, man, have improved by several miles. He also gained some player traits, runs with ball down the right, gets forward whenever possible, knocks ball past opponent. He's not the best dribbler, but I guess he's also more of an attacking-minded wingback, as you can see right here in his most preferred roles, or his best scoring roles, whatever you want to call it. But I think in general he could have gotten more out of his career. He is only 29 years old, I'll give him that, but especially the physicals will start declining soon. And I don't really know if his technicals will go up by that much now. So let's have a look at his career and maybe spot the pain points, if you will. Let's look at it. So, Shakhtar, we knew that, 5.25 million. So his initial value that was really low, forget about it. But then he went to Cardiff because Shakhtar decided not to play him. Thumbs down. Cardiff bought him for 12.25 million, which is, I think, okay. And they played him, and he had some decent seasons here. Look at the stats here. And then he went to Watford for 11.25, so he kind of lost some of his value in his prime years, which probably tells me that his development could have been handled better. But if you need an attacking right wing back that is not too expensive, and you want to kind of nail his development yourself, this is your guy. And this brings us to the very first goalkeeper in the series. Diego Calais, 16 years old. He is already in Europe because he's contracted to Sporting in Portugal. Valued somewhere between 300k and 3 million. And of course, he's only rated a 1-star keeper compared to the Liverpool squad. I mean, he's 16 years old. Right-footed, let's have a look at his attributes. Bravery is good. Decisions is really good for a 16-year-old, to be honest. So, wow. Passing also, so you can immediately develop him more as a sweeper keeper, which we all like, right? Jumping reach of 13, which apparently is not that important for a goalkeeper. Who knew? Let's have a look at where this guy ended up, and I am predicting he's gonna have quite the career. Let's go. And once again, this is not really what I anticipated on. Damn. He's going back to Brazil. He's contracted to Palmeiras, valued between 5.6 and 8.2, which I guess is okay, but it's not like elite level, of course. Still not capped. 16 under 20 caps, I'll give him that. Let's have a look at his attributes though. Aerial reach 16, throwing 15, decision 17, bravery 15, jumping reach 16 now. He is 6'4", which is awesome for a goalkeeper. I mean, this is a decent goalkeeper. I do not understand what he's still doing or why he's gone back to Brazil. Only one way to find out. Let's have a look at his career. So, he started out at Sporting, as we saw. He stayed there for, 7 seasons? And mainly got played in the B team, which of course is dreadful for his development. That's probably why he didn't get better, right? But then made a giant move for the whole amount of 7.75k to Firenze in Portugal. They played him, I'll give him that. They even dipped down one season to the second tier league there. And then made I guess a big move for him back to Brazil last season for 2.5 million. I'm not really sure what to think of this guy's career in my save, but I guarantee you, with these stats, I mean, with the right development from you guys, this could be a world-class goalkeeper. Am I right? Next player. And now we have arrived at the first and only striker in this dual episode at Brazil, Marcos Leonardo, striker at Santos, 18 years old, valued between 300k and 3.1 million. And to be honest, he is already pretty good, I think at least, for an 18-year-old. So I am betting he will develop quite well, but we'll see that in a minute. Let's first have a look at his attributes. Finishing 14, which is good for an 18-year-old striker. Determination 10, not the highest, but work rate kind of compensates that development-wise with a 14. And his physicals are not too shabby either for an 18-year-old. So I am predicting a big career for this guy. Let's have a look. Ding ding ding, Wonderkid alert. 30 years old, at Newcastle, 2 caps for Brazil, valued somewhere between 40 and 61 million. A thank you. He's valued as a 2.5-star poacher, basically every role, probably not a target forward since he's 5'7", but okay. And I kinda agree with the poacher thing, man. Look at these highlighted attributes. Sweet mother of God. Finishing 16, first touch is awesome, composure 17, combine that with 16 finishing, you know what's up. You can also play him as an inside forward. Ooh, Raumdeuter as the first option, I like that. He cuts inside from the left wing as a player trait. I mean, I can totally see why his value is so high, but I'm not really sure how his career went. Maybe he has just arrived at Newcastle, and that's why his value was high. Let's have a look. So again, not really as I expected, because he stayed at Santos for what, like almost 10 seasons? He scored, which is good. This probably also helped his development, I'm not gonna lie. That made his move to Newcastle for 18 million. Again, he is now worth what, let's say 50 million? So I would take your chances on this guy any given Sunday, man. And now, as promised, the last one in this episode, and he is a beast. Go. And no, it is not this guy playing at Man City, Kaiki, but he has the same name. Boom, here he is, man, also named Kaiki, spelled differently, but who cares? A central defender at Santos in Brazil, 17 years old, not the tallest defender, I'll give you that, but bear with me. Already valued as a 2-star ball-playing defender compared to my Liverpool squad, which is nuts for a 17-year-old. His attributes: heading is okay, marking, passing, tackling, all good. Again, he's 17, and his value is between 8.8 and 12.5 million guacamoles. I know what you're thinking, and I'm thinking the same thing. Where will he end up? One of the options we all had in our tiny minds: Barcelona. He's 29 years old now, 9 caps, valued between somewhere around 40 million and 63 million. I would even say he should be rated higher than a 3-star, man. Come on, Football Manager. He also gained some player traits, which are awesome, marks opponent tightly and refrains from taking long shots. Good, because his long shots attribute is a solid 7. Look at this guy's physicals, man. Damn. Jumping reach, not the highest, but he's also not the tallest guy, so what do you know? Strength 14, which is good but not awesome, but everything else in the beautiful green color right here. Concentration 16, determination 15, work rate is okay, vision 16 for a central defender. Are you kidding me? Tackling and marking both 15, he is a decent header, and I am just wondering, did Barcelona buy him immediately from Santos and just kept hold of him? Or did he have a stepping stone career? Let's have a look. And it is that second option I mentioned. Yes, he first went to Porto, classic move for a South American player, right? For 12.25 million. They decided not to play him, which I think is nuts, but I also think it's insane that he still got this good, because these are crucial years for his development, man. Then he went to Arsenal for 23 million, and they luckily, thank you Aisha, they played him. And that's the reason why after, 5 seasons at Arsenal, he made his absolute superstar move to Barcelona in Spain for 55 million. I told you I was going to keep the best for last. Sign this player. So guys, with Kaiki and the other ones behind us, episode number 1 of Brazil's cheapest and finest Wonderkids is in the books. All that's left for me to say, guys, is thank you so much for the support you have given me so far. It really feels good, and I hope this video was interesting to you as well. If it was, hit that like button, massively helps me out, and hit the subscribe button if you want to be notified for future videos. I will see you in the next one, and that will be part 2 of the Wonderkids in Brazil. Peace out.